Hola guys! We're so tired.
It's time to sleep.
I know, right? I love sleep. Sleep, I love you right here. Thank you.
I love tea. And I love my Bed Bath and Body Works candle.
I thought you were gonna say Bed Bath and Beyond.
I thought it would have
Oh my God.
I was gonna say.
Well, today we're gonna spill the tea.
Wait.
Hold on.
This girl already started drinking her tea, but
Yes.
I'm gonna show you
We're
guys
gonna spill the tea on you guys.
the effect. Okay, ready? No, wait.
Oh, no, sorry. We gotta start the candle. Okay.
I'm so tired.
Me too.
So today we are doing a very simple video. We're doing a Q&A. So before we start with the questions, we're gonna start off with a little brief summary of how this channel became to be, and then we're gonna go into our first question in that order. Okay guys, so this channel was started because like I said, I have my own channel, and then I wanted to kind of venture off to something else that I actually really love to do. I love makeup. I love watching makeup reviews. I love just being hands-on on things, and I thought, what better than to create a beauty channel? But I knew that I couldn't do it alone because I'm not super skilled. I'm not, like, so far I'm like just very basic, very like, I'm learning. I don't know that much. But Allison had been taking care of Christopher, and I had started hanging out more with her, and I already knew that she was creative, but I was like, let me
say something first before you go there. Okay, by all means, you ain't basic. First of all, and because the reasoning of what I say that is because you do have like that creative side of you. Like, you're more like the left side of the brain, where it's like very like technical, and like you're really good. She's really good at photography, like filming. She edits all these videos. Like, she will work hours, you know, and like she's a mom at the same time. Like, I give her props for that because
thank you.
Dang, man, like, she is creative. She's the one who comes up with the ideas of the videos, and I'm just like, oh yeah. Like, I just follow along. Like, she comes up with all of this stuff for you guys. Like, trust me. And I'm just like, I just tag along, and I just like emphasize what we're doing. But you know, she's behind the creative. Like, as a producer, she's basically the producer of this channel. Like,
I think that's why we work so well together. Yeah. Because I feel like yes, I do have ideas and I am creative, but I think that this channel is perfect because it blends two people who are completely different. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like, I like to be simple. I like to, like, I'm structured, stuff like that. And she's very creative, and she thinks outside of the box. She, like, the angel or the things that, like, the rainbows and all that stuff, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, like the visual. So I'm good at visual art. Yeah. She's good at like art media, like the different like the different type of visual art. Like, her art is photography and filming and producing. Mine is more like visual art, drawing, like doing like different designs, painting, like. That's what I'm going on. So I think that's why we mesh good together, because you need both of those things in order to like make these kinds of videos
to complete it, you
know. So
okay,
this
guys.
person asked.
So let's go ahead and go to the first question. I'm opening up my Instagram, which is Prisma_beauty_. Okay, so Naomi asked, how did we come up with our name? I remember we were sitting in the living room, okay, and we were thinking. You actually came out with the name. You came up with the name. You know that, right? Do you remember?
Sort of. Like, I remember I was just thinking about rainbows. That's what basically I was thinking about, because I love colors. I love like dyeing my hair in color. And we were looking up, like, we said something, like, we came up with a few names. and we looked them up on YouTube. I remember to see so that we
but Prisma was not on there at all.
Yeah, so
we couldn't.
Prisma wasn't one of them. And I thought of the prism, you know, like the pyramid, the glass pyramid. When you know shift light, like when you put light on it, it separates like light. It's the combination of all the colors. That's why like white is all the colors together. So I just thought about like a rainbow. We'll mix a rainbow, and like I thought about that. So I was like, oh, Crystal, like what about Prisma Beauty? You know, like it's a rainbow, and it like once you put the light through the glass, it shifts into different colors.
From what we know, nobody had it.
I know, yeah.
We didn't do like extreme research. We just looked at it and we didn't see anything. But the reason why the name stuck with me, at this moment right now, I don't remember what other names we came up with. But the reason why this name specifically stood out to me is because, like she said, when you shine light into a prism, it throws off a bunch of other colors, right? So I thought of it as like a metaphor that you shine into the prism and a lot of things come out, right? A lot of colors, stuff like that. For me, it was a metaphor for this channel is not just about makeup. It could be about a ton of other things, as far as like her thought process was on rainbows. But this is what I mean when us two complete one. The reason why I mean it is because she was thinking about rainbows, and I'm over here thinking about the metaphor.
Yes, I'm over here thinking about the literature about it. I'm over here like, woo, like the visual aspect of it. Like,
it's just like this channel in which we don't just have to talk about makeup. It can be about the fact that she's a single mother and she has a son who's autistic. It can be about the fact that I'm married and I have my structure is different from her structure. So we can talk about it and have different opinions on it.
It can be relatable to you guys.
Basically, know? It could be relatable because, for example, when we do makeup videos and she doesn't like certain makeup because it's not full coverage enough, or maybe she doesn't like certain skin products because she has sensitive skin. That's how she is. And then me, I like very simple makeup. She likes more outgoing makeup, and that's why I say that way you have two different opinions, and
she has less
relate to it.
Yes, she has less sensitive skin, so the ones who can relate with like less sensitive, really like hype, like I'm like I have to have like something not too strong with chemicals and you know,
and that's how we came up with our name.
Yes. Okay, so on to the next question.
Okay, you find it.
Questions from Mallory, my bestie. She asked, do you guys prefer dramatic and colorful or simple and everyday looks more? So that basically, like, we're both of that question in one. Like, I do prefer like dramatic. I'm dramatic and she's not, you know, she's simple. So in that question, that answers in itself, like, there's like both of us. So you get the best of both worlds, guys. Like, you get the dramatic glam and you get the simple practical. Like, you can use it for every day, on the go. Come on, let's go, let's get this done.
Sometimes me as a person, I like natural, so I like dewy looks. I don't like super colorful. But when we are doing reviews, I try to step out of my comfort zone for you guys so you can see the colors in the palette. But as a person, like every day or whatever, because I don't do my makeup every day. Allison does. I don't.
Well, I try. I try to do. I like.
She has some type of makeup on. Okay, guys. So Panda Bear Love asks, "Where am I? Any advice on how to choose a lipstick color, or how to choose the shade, or what type of brands to use, and which store to get them from?" Okay, so if you're going for a more natural look, I think creamy is the best way to go, because liquid lipsticks are more bold and more
I think in my opinion, like, it goes based off of your skin tone. So if you have like a skin tone like mine that's like olive, like around our skin tone, I would say like a good lipstick color would be like a maroon, but like a light, like it has to be like a pink maroon kind of color. Like it's a nude, obviously like it's a nude shade, but it would be like a maroon pink kind of color. That would work. But if you have like a darker complexion than us, I would say like a darker version of that, like a maroon, like a dark reddish pink. It's gonna still be in the pink zone, but like with maroon, like just deeper into that.
Yeah,
but not too light. You can't go into too light because then your lips are gonna just look ashy. So I would say like go to Ulta Beauty and ask a consultant, because most of them there, like they could tell you by your skin tone, like what is gonna work for you. Like if you're going for that natural look, right? Like
for me, I think that if you're going for something that, if you're trying to go for something inexpensive, I think you could easily go to Target or Walmart or a CVS, any drugstore you could go to, and you can find a good lipstick. And I think that whatever you're comfortable with on your lips. So the next question is by Tanta Clinica. Yes, we know Spanish. Okay, so it is, what is one thing you will never do again? Me, mentally, what I would never do again is, you have, in this world, you have a lot of people around you who like to be negative and tell you things like, sometimes they don't even tell you. Sometimes it's just by like them looking at you, or the rumors that they spread with other people, or da-da-da-da, right? Okay, so I think one of the things that I will try to never do again, because I've done it before, and it's very, like, I guess you degrade yourself by doing that, is I used to put myself down, like me. I would put myself down, and I would say that I would just like, I guess, treat myself really bad in the form that I would say that, like, a disappointment for like gaining weight after I was like so skinny, or like, it's like because of the simple fact that I changed so much. And I try, like right now I could tell you that I'm happy because I am happily married. I am, and I did get married very young, so you know, sometimes people think stereotypically because you get married young, like you're gonna, I guess, it's
have
a mistake. Not just that, just that it's a mistake because you didn't get to do this and that. But I think that I don't think that it's a mistake. I do think that I am not gonna be able to have those like those crazy things that people my age do, because they're not married. They're, you know, they get to be wild and free and do that stuff. I didn't get to do that, and I'm actually glad that I didn't get to do that. I'm glad that I actually found, you could say, my happily ever after, like at an early point in my life. Thank God, because I don't think that I'm the type of person who would have wanted to go through all that stuff in the first place. Like,
I mean, I could say like the same thing. Like, what I would do, like never do again, was not be confident in my, like for me, not be confident in myself, and not love like that, like love myself, like, because confidence comes from loving yourself, right? Like, I feel like loving yourself is the core root of how you act with people, how you act towards people, and how you treat yourself. Like, with doing that, like, you know, I'm in that process too of like never doing that again. Like, this year has been different for me. Like, for the first time after a year of therapy for me, and like last year was a lot. Like, I had suicidal thoughts, and I wanted to kill myself, and like I decided to go to therapy. And it was hard because my mom and my brother, like, they suffer from depression, and my brother has autism, like my son. And I didn't want to go down that road because I felt scared that, you know, it was not unknown to me, but I saw the struggles that they went through, and I was scared of going through the same thing. And I was in like, in denial, like, no, I'm not depressed, or I'm not anxious, or I kept telling myself that, but then not dealing with the fact that I was telling myself those negative things too, like, that that I'm overweight, that I'm this, that I'm not beautiful, that, you know, I don't deserve things, I don't deserve to be loved, even though people love me and are showing that I am deserved to be loved, you know, and I need to love myself. So with that, like, yeah, I'm choosing, I try to choose every day not to do that again, not to do that simple fact of choosing, you know, to choose life over death, and not, and to be confident in myself and to love myself. So I'm in that process too, you know, even though like I'm not married, like y'all could both see, like all of y'all could see that, you know, even if you're married or even if you're single, like you can go through the same things as a woman. You know, you go through the same struggles, you have those thoughts, you go through depression, you're going through anxiety, you have stress, whether you're within a relationship or not. So if y'all see the problem is not being in a relationship, the problem is you know, us not loving ourselves. This is what happens when
it's an
we
inner
don't
battle.
love. Yeah,
it's an inner battle with yourself that you need to kind of hit head on, and it does take time, but at the end of the day, it's really worth it to learn how to love yourself, because you can't see what other people see if you don't believe it yourself. And that will lead us to like our last question that we have. So this is another question by Naomi, and we're gonna end it off with this one. She asks, what inspires you? Okay, so I think that obviously my main thing that inspires me going forward in my life is my son. He's basically the reason why I'm able to get up early in the morning, even if I haven't got any sleep, to go to work, because I need to provide for him. Like, he's my main like reason for being. And I think that I give a lot of like, I'm very thankful for having him in my life, because before I had him, I think my life was like, I was happy. I was very happy in my marriage. Like, I love my husband. He's always been we were high school sweethearts, and we stayed together, stayed strong and stuff like that, and we were very happy. But we were happy within a relationship. But me as a person, as how I saw myself or how I was doing things like that, I wasn't happy, because I was thinking to myself that I wanted more for myself than just like, at that moment in time, I was just staying home. Like, I would clean the house, I would clean outside. I was going to school. I was doing that one thing. I was going to school, but after a while I took a break, because it was a lot for me traveling from Houston to College Station. So I took a break, and I was like, okay, let me figure out what I'm gonna do. And in me trying to figure out what I had to do, I was like lost. I didn't know, like, I was like, oh, I don't know what's next. And then one day we were having a conversation, I think with one of my family members, and Billy was telling me, he's like we were looking at their kids, like, why don't we have a kid? And I was like, I didn't want to have a kid, because I thought to myself that, like, my mentality is, first of all, I'm young. Second of all, I was like, I don't want to be a stereotypical, like, I thought that everybody was expecting me to have a kid, like, you know, like by accident. I honestly thought that that's what everybody was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna have a kid already, because I got married so young, and I didn't want to fall into that stereotype. I didn't. And so we had Christopher. Christopher was a decision. We didn't have an accident. So I thought, like, sometimes when I talk to people, I try to clarify that, because I feel like when people see me because I'm so young, they automatically assume that he was an accident, and he wasn't. And that's not that's not to say that other people who had babies young, that it's bad. It's not bad. It's just that the reason why I say that is because I don't want, like, I just hate that people how they stereotype. Like, every mom is different. Every mom is different, and everybody.
Mine was an accident though. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So you get the best of both worlds to here. Accident, not accident.
But yeah, but I think that when I got Christopher, that's when, like, in my mentality, that's when everything started going up. I found a job.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed constant with that job. He just makes me want to keep on going up and not go down. And I think that's like my main inspiration is my son.
For me, as Crystal was talking right now about, like, you know, her son and you know, all that, like, I would have loved to say, like, you know, I would say now, you know, like, the person that inspires me is my son, but I can't say that because, you know, since my son was an accident, you know, and it is kind of cringe, like, uncomfortable to say that, but now, like back then it was more like, oh, like, it was a scary thing to say, but now it's just like I feel less shame about it. I feel like I don't feel like it's a burden or like as a mistake, as you call it. The person that inspires me, that has made me who I am today, like, is Jesus. Like, I know it's like very cliche to say that, but in real life it's not. Like, when I was going through that time, you know, oh, I don't want to cry. When, you know, like, this whole journey has been like, you know, I wish, like, I could have said, oh my God, when I had my son, I'm so excited. Like, I wasn't excited. It was scary. I was a teenager. I didn't know what the heck to do. Like, I was so scared, you know, to have a kid because it changes your life, you know. But God is the one that inspired me to believe in myself, that I can be a mom, that I can be somebody, and I don't have to be like a stereotype or anything like that. Wow, you know, I want to do better for my son, because before I didn't have that mentality or opportunity, so God really had to help me open myself up to myself in order to open up and see, like, wow, you know, I want to do something good for my son, to leave him something. So, like, this channel, like, wherever it may go, like, it's gonna be like for his future, and also Kiko's. Like, I hope and pray that this channel gets successful, because we want to be able to, like, to have something for them, like a legacy, something that they can go to college to, they can grow up and they can look back like, wow, my mom, like, did this, and she followed her dreams, and she followed what she wanted to do. Oh, and I want to do the same thing. So for me, like, it's God, it's Jesus, you know, God, you know, like, he's the one that inspires me the most. He's the one who has, because he's helped me the most throughout everything. It's so much has changed, and from the moment that my son was born to now, but like even before, like, you know, God has been watching over me this whole time, and it's not until I allowed him to change my life. So he inspires me to be a better person. Jesus inspires me to work harder, to be somebody, to believe in myself, to love myself, especially.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed this video. We really enjoyed being able to talk to you guys and just give you a little bit more insight on us and who we are and how we think and all that stuff. If you guys want to ask us more questions or want another video with, you know, a Q&A, or you want to get, you know, deeper.
Oh, deeper than what I just did. Yeah, I mean, even do, like, maybe, I don't know, like a live stream or something. Let us know, like, what y'all want, because, you know, we're here for you guys. We're here to not just entertain you guys, but, like, inspire you guys and bring you in our lives too. You know, what we go through in life.
And we try and we will continue to try to be as open as we can, because at the end of the day, I could tell you that I am not ashamed of who I am or how I'm living my life. She's not ashamed of who she is or who she, like, you know, so any topics would be open to us. So you could ask us any questions and we'll do a video on it, or, you know, whatever it is. Just please comment down below and let us know. And like I said, we really do appreciate everybody who subscribes and likes and comments. Like,
which is gracias.
It does mean a lot to us, because like we're just starting. We're just starting, and we're trying to put as much as we can. I mean, we meet every week. I try to edit the videos. Like, we are enforcing this so much because we see a future in the channel. We see us doing so many other things, even though we're just starting. But we can see it, you know. We can imagine and picture it. And like I said, we're very appreciative. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yes, bye.
Bye.